What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with this one day out physique update from the Iranian phenomena Behrouz Tabani getting another check-in with the legend and 7 times Olympia champion Phil Heath. So he's getting harder and drier by the day. Now we all wanna see bigger quads on Behrouz Tabani, especially in those front shots. But based on this picture and all these updates, his balance, I must say, isn't that far off. The upper body is looking absolutely insane. We know Behrouz Tabani is gonna be ripped to shreds. He's going to be one of the most conditioned guy in this year's Olympia lineup. So Behrouz Tabani is taking one of the spots from the Olympia top 6. Which simply means one thing: he's either pushing out Andrew Jagged or Martin Fitzwater from that first call out. Because almost 99% of the people, they have Nick, Hardy, Derek and Samson as their legit top 4. And most of us believe they are gonna be untouchable. So the most elite competitor that Behrouz Tabani has competed against and actually beat him multiple times in the last couple of years, that is William Bonac. So Behrouz Tabani has been untested against all of these top guys up until now. But you have got to admit that the man looks amazing and he still has another 24 hours to dry out, get harder, and bring his all-time best. Before you scroll or blink too hard, have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. So no tan, no pump, just a few meals in. And this latest update posted by Goodvito, that is enough to tell you the kind of potential this guy has. So that carbs loading protocol, that is underway as we speak. So no wonder why Goodvito is being rated so high for his Olympia debut this year. Because some of his poses, like the front double biceps, the abs and thigh, the back lat spread, they are some of the best shots in the whole of IFBB at the moment. And they are gonna be very competitive, even against the top guys in this year's Men's Open Olympia lineup. So the man is looking super dry, detailed, and we know things can change drastically for all of these guys, and they will be, as Goodvito keeps on carving up. So I think Vito is the dark horse who can place a lot higher than top 9 or top 10 if he shows up with that elite level of conditioning, and that is already on its way. A condition that is far better than what we saw at the Arnold Brazil. So what makes Goodvito such a unique guy, such a unique bodybuilder, is that not only he has some unbelievable size, especially for his age, but the kind of density and the muscle quality that he has, that is so unprecedented at such a young age. Plus, on top of all that, he has some of the best separations in his entire physique, especially in some body parts, like his quads from the front, and probably one of the most ripped hamstrings and the glutes in this year's Olympia lineup, even among the top 6. So Goodvito is about to have one of the most exciting Olympia debuts, and we are all really looking forward to seeing this guy standing next to the best of the best in the world. So will he be able to make the same impact as Martin did last year at the Olympia when he made his debut? Let me know what you guys think. Next up, we have an update from Rubiel Mosquera aka Nexzilla, one of the freakiest man in bodybuilding right now. So I'm just hoping that this isn't a one day out update from Rubiel Mosquera, because if that is the case, then he's going to be badly exposed, especially in that conditioning department, even in that second call out, if he gets in there. This is the Olympia we are talking about. The first thing that the judges look for, that is the conditioning, that is the separation, and it's pretty damn easy for them to mark someone down if they're not in shape, if they aren't conditioned enough. But this picture could have also been taken a while ago, and there is a chance it isn't a recent one. Now, that being said, let's talk about some positives about Rubiel. He has all the size in the world, a ton of freak factor. Now his path to success, that is when he will realize that he will have to follow the same protocol as the reigning Olympia champion Samson Dauda. He's gonna have to suffer he's gonna have to push beyond his limits to get in an elite kind of conditioning. And when he does that, he will get rewarded. Now, I do not see him making top 10 in any of the Olympia predictions, mine either. And we all know the reason. Majority of the experts out there, they have little to no confidence that Rubiel is gonna be in an Olympia level conditioning. And based on this update, that seems kind of true. So what about you guys? Can Rubiel shock the world and place top 10 in such a competitive Olympia lineup? Next up, we have a one-day out physique update from Tonio Burton. So this is arguably one of the best front lat spread in the men's open bodybuilding at the moment. Now Tonio has some of the most ideal proportions that any bodybuilder dreams of having when it comes to this particular pose. Unbelievable outer quad sweep, amazing shoulder to shoulder width, along with such a tiny waistline, such tight midsection. So Tonio is actually one of the guys who I kind of missed in my predictions, because he's actually one of the guys who can be as high as top 8 in my opinion. So the man is very clear about his game plan for the Olympia this year, that he's gonna expose people with his elite level conditioning. And the fact is, you can never doubt Tonio Burton for a moment in that regards, because if we take a look at his past record, he has been one of the most consistent guy in bringing top-notch conditioning every single time he steps on stage. He always comes in dry with a very polished look. And with the improvements that Tonio has made in the hamstrings, in his side shots, they are gonna be much better compared to what we saw at Dubai Pro.
What can we expect? What can the people we expect on Saturday?
One of the most conditioned on stage for sure. And I might not be the biggest, but I mean, we expose people. So anyone who lines up next to him, we expose something about him.
Now, from the size perspective, he already made some significant jump from the Olympia back in 2023 to what we saw at Dubai Pro this year. Now, Tonio has the ability to surpass that Dubai Pro look by quite some margin this time. And if he does that, he will most probably beat a guy like William Bonac, as Bonac placed second in Dubai Pro above Tonio Burton. And even then, it was kind of questionable. So let me know what you guys think. How high can Tonio Burton place at the Olympia this year? So we saw a pose down between two of these great bodybuilders who will eventually compete against each other down the line. Urs Keone, who has made the switch from classic to the open, and he made a lot of noise by winning 2 pro shows in the men's open back to back. And then we have this genetic phenomena, Keone Pearson. So Urs being one of the most shredded guys in the classic physique division, and Keone Pearson having a similar or better overall detail than him. That just goes to show us how ready Keone will be on the stage. Now, it is pretty easy to say that Keone is gonna be the most dominant athlete of this entire Olympia weekend. What we are all looking forward to, that is his debut in the men's open at this upcoming Prague Pro. So Keone is about to prove that he is the most improved guy from one Olympia to the next one. So if people had any doubts about his physique from last year as the greatest physique to ever step on the 212 Olympia stage, then this year will clear all those doubts. And as far as Urs Keone is concerned, that razor-sharp conditioning, that is the reason why people have him as high as top 8 or top 9. So he is another guy who has this ability to expose many of these veteran open pros if they miss on the conditioning mark, even just by a tiny bit. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.